Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Tuesday 10 here at Studioloo. So we are jumping in. If you don't know about Tuesday 10, you can read about it in my description box, but essentially these are 10 things that I've pulled out of my big basket of like random papers and scrappity things, and we're going to keep on making till we use it all up. So what I have today is sort of half a digital from Itkapili Imaginarium on Etsy. These are More Fancy Ladies. I have a digital of 11/9 designs of these green butterflies. I have a little Meiji package of the chocolate mushrooms that I love so much. These are little shortbread, like crunchy shortbread mushrooms with milk chocolate tops. They're so good. That was my little Easter treat. I have this misprinted digital. It's a giant like artist landscape, and it was a humongous PNG file, and when I printed it I didn't realize like I hadn't sized it down, so this is just one sort of snippet of this gigantic image. Sometimes I forget when I'm like scanning things that like they get enormous. This is from a pottery magazine, and I just love this rooster. This is from the Digital Collage Club. It is these dragons. I printed them out a while back, and I think I'll use them in a project. And then this is from the Graphics Fairy. It's a journal cover of these kind of fantastical creatures. This is a children's book page of all sorts of sort of literary and fantastical things going on. And this is another children's book page of these robins at a window with this person peeking out at them. So, all sorts to do today. All sorts. So let me, first I want to adjust the camera and make sure we are where we're supposed to be here. Yeah, we are. Okay. And is my light on? It is. Okay. Is my other light on? Yes. Okay. Sorry. I kind of came down here in a little bit of a calamity this morning because my, I just left a little dance party this morning with my son. He's watching Gabby's Dollhouse on Netflix. He loves this show, and it's very cat heavy in its theme, and so he's been singing along, and it's kind of funny because he gets so excited when he watches it because he loves the cats and he loves just likes the show. And so they have a little theme song, and it's like Gabby's Dollhouse, do 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 do, but he thinks it's Caddy's Dollhouse because he loves the cats, and so he's up there singing Caddy's Dollhouse and jumping on the couch. That's what any little kid should be doing today, singing and jumping on the couch. So I am going to make a bit of a piece of stationery out of this. Just need to find some packaging paper. It is big enough, and I think this one is. This is a bag, and I know it has that seam there, but that really does not bother me at all. I like to use these up. I think it kind of makes things look more interesting and truly junk journal-y when you have them in a book. Okay. So I had a very nice long weekend. We had a visit with my folks, went to kind of a waterfront beachy park and had a picnic, and that was really nice. My refrigerator is so full of food right now though, because I've inherited my my parents' practice of like cooking for only giant groups of people apparently, so it's a thing. Okay, so what's next? I think I'm going to use these two together maybe in some way. I need a folder. So for anyone who's asked me in the past about like these folders, so these are Hibroi, a Mead company. It says weight saver, so I think they're slightly less weighty than some folders out there. They're not as heavy as like a hanging folder, and they're legal. Number 65991, Manila Ivory, and they're made in Canada. So they are a lighter weight than a lot of folders. So they're kind of that perfect weight. I don't know. Okay, so what I think I would like to do with this is just first break it in half. Then we will tear the butterflies out here. Then I think I want to make 2 tags and 2 pockets with this page. So that will be tag 1, pocket 1. Then this one, same thing. Okay. I'm going to catch up on watching some YouTube today. I missed a lot of videos, but I saw, what did I watch last night? So I got home from the picnic and then kind of settled in and worked on stuff, and then when I went to bed I watched a little bit of YouTube. I watched a lovely Mimi's Keepsakes video. She's gotten a lovely happy mail from Took's Craft Table. 2 fellow Canadians. Nice to watch. And what else did I watch? I watched Shell's Creative Chaos, and she made a lovely little shaker card from an Easter Bunny package, and that was nice. And I've been watching this so my friend Mary Ellen at Red Parrot is working on a really fun journal. The Paper Terrace did this $20 challenge where you take $20 to the dollar store to get most of what you need, you know, except for things like glue and scissors and stuff, to make a journal. Like, it's like a $20 kind of challenge, which is kind of fun. So she's been working on that, and it's looking really nice. What else do I want to back this while I'm here? I was trying to back all the things that I need to back. So I want to back this funny little rooster guy. He's so cute. So if you're ever looking for different kinds of like magazines that you want, you know, interesting things to harvest, if you ever come across like ceramics magazines, like ceramics art, pottery magazines, you'll find a lot of nice sculpture and stuff in them, and also lots of nice backgrounds of like glaze samples and stuff. They can be really good for collaging. If you ever come across them, I used to get them all the time when I was a part of a pottery guild. I'm no longer a part of that guild though, because I moved a little too far away, but I miss it. It was a lot of fun. I was even on their executive, and I got to organize all of the events that we did, and I organized really fun things and great like speakers to come and talk to us, and it was a lot of fun. I even planned this lovely trip after hours to the Royal Ontario Museum to see their whole historical pottery collection and get sort of a history lesson. And the gentleman who was the curator at the time, he's this really cool guy. He's also done like some work in television and like, you know, the History Channel type stuff in a couple different topics. One was historical ceramics, because I think that was one of more, he has more than one specialty. I think he was also into like some wartime not costuming, but like, you know, what people wear or wore back then. He was into a lot of that kind of stuff. And then some other more sciencey stuff. He's just a really fascinating guy, and I forget his name, but it was Robert something, and I can't recall his last name. I'm terrible with remembering names. But I had the most interesting experience yesterday. So when I was in this town, I was talking to all sorts of people at the beach, because my kids are social butterflies, and so I sort of become one just by the fact that I'm with them. And I was talking to this lovely Scottish lady who's lived here in Canada for about 60 years, and as it turned out, she ended up being friends with one of my friends because they worked together at a farm like 50 years ago. Like, it was so weird to just make that connection. It's really funny. But I don't know, the world is small sometimes. Okay, so I do have a little bit of cutting to do for like fussy cutting and stuff. So what I'm going to do, so I don't make you have to watch, I will fussy cut. I want to cut all these little mushrooms out of here. That's how I want to use this box. And I'm going to fussy cut this page from the Imaginarium. And then I will cut this out, and I will cut this out, okay? And then I will come right back and we'll work on the pieces. Alrighty, so I got all my bits and bobs cut out. So these are the dragon cards. That's that journal cover here, the little mushrooms, another little dragon from that, and then all those bits from Ichapilli Imaginarium are here. Some of them I didn't fussy cut the flowers, I just used my punch to like create these little shapes, because sometimes I don't feel like fussy cutting tiny little things. Because these graphics, just so you know, that Ichapilli Imaginarium makes, they can be printed like I'm doing here, because I do like using these little bits and bobs and fussy cutting them. But I think the primary intention for these kind of clip art type graphics that people make on Etsy is, you know, you can take them and digitally create with them, like you create, you know, you have a background, because usually she provides backgrounds too, and then you've got your focal points here, so you would layer them up and then just print out and cut out your whole image, not these individual bits. I do both, actually. I enjoy doing both. So I think I have a few ideas, and then what we have left here is just these two pieces. So I'm tempted to like decide what I want to use here, and then I'll have everything ready to go. So I might just do that. That's kind of a different way of doing, you know, the creating part of Tuesday 10 by like preparing all the materials first and then creating. But because I only have a couple pieces, I feel like it's sort of sensible to do that this way today. So I think what I want to use out of this whole thing is very limited, to be honest. So I'm just going to cut a little higher than what I want to use on this, because I want to make a pocket with the turtle and the bunny there, with like a freeform shape pocket. And then I like this girl sitting by this sort of outdoor fireplace with the bird. I like the spider, I like the fairy. So I think I'm going to try to like create a bit of a journal card with that scene. And then I don't think I need the rest of this, except, hold on, I just saw really good laughter and thunder. That's a nice little word snippet. Always take your word snippets, because they're great. Then come over here and we'll get that side, and then the top I'm going to get rid of that purple. Okay. And then nothing else on here. We have Dream a Dream, but I don't need that. Okay, so that's those. Then this thing, I was thinking what I wanted to do with it was make like a coin envelope, like a tall envelope. So I will just do that. And I might add like some kind of a collage-y bit on the front as well. Okay. I think first off I need to just make it slightly shorter because that's quite long, but I'll keep this bit for my scraps because it's just some nice blue. And especially with like my color cube challenge these days, I may very well end up needing that. So we'll fold again, and we'll fold the top down, then come back, open it up again, and then we will just cut here, and then we'll cut inward to create like a nice shape to the flap. There we go. And then art glitter glue over here, which I thankfully refilled so I don't have to torture y'all with my glue. My glue drama that I sometimes, you know, have. Go up here and across here. I'm going to put my pen up here on my magnet and get it out of my way. There we go. Oops, I didn't need glue there. Okay. Then I will just ink the flap a little to get rid of that bright white. And then we have this little coin envelope. Pretty cute, pretty cute. Just gonna ink the bottom of it. There we go. And I need to decide what I want to put on the front of there. Something here for sure. But that doesn't need to come right now, I don't think. We'll come back to it maybe. And I might grab something from over in my bits and bobs for my next journal, because I think I'll use that as something that I use on my next journal. And I think I've got actually a page that I might be able to use. Let me see if I can grab it quickly. Got some of my assets here for my next journal. But I am planning away. So this is your little semi sneak peek into what's going on. What will be going on soon, anyways. Do I have it here? No, I guess I don't. Oh, it's in here, I think. Yeah. Frogs are there. I know it's not a frog journal, but frogs will go well on here. So I'm going to grab this little bit. Let's just see the size here. Just a little off the sides would be good, I think. Maybe this, just this one side. Yeah. Maybe there, that would be nice. But I'm going to back it just to give it a little bit of something. It needs like a border to it as well. And I've got this that I should use because it's a cool piece of paper that I painted up. So we'll try to get a little bit of that in the background. How to capture the most color here. Be right there. I think that makes that overall a lot more interesting. should just fit. Give it a little tug. Feel good? Yeah. Okay. And then it would be nice to just have some words at the bottom down here. And I think I've actually got, also for this journal, I might as well work on things like for the next book. I've got some words that I printed here. Here we go. Let me just cut this out and I'll show it to you. So this says, "The true mystery of the world is the visible, not the invisible." And that is a quote from Oscar Wilde. I think I will go with cutting it like that. And then I will still credit Mr. Wilde with his quote here. I was reading about how it was on the subject of AI and how it's totally modifying for the worst our concept of history, because, you know, people are making all of these things now that are, you know, very reminiscent to what we saw in the US elections, like fake videos and things to try to further their agenda. So I was reading about how a lot of quotes are being represented from different people, that like these are things that these people never ever said. And it's something that somebody else said, right? And it's going to be very interesting. I'm going to use the word interesting because I don't want to say what I really think, which is like terrifying, about how in the future things are going to not be what they seem. You know, we're really going to have to think a lot more about a lot of things. I know YouTube just actually introduced when we upload our videos now, there's a new section where you are supposed to identify if you've used AI to modify the content of the video. But I mean, that's a self-policing kind of thing, and as admirable as it is, I don't really think if people are going to do this for wrong intentions that they will admit what they're doing. It's sort of like, you know, performative at best. That's a cute envelope. That turned out way cuter than I thought it was going to. I am happy with this. Yeah. Then what else? So yeah, I was watching that. It was kind of creeping me out, as these futuristic discussions often do. They just kind of creep me out. All right, so this is really cool, and what I want to do with it is make a flip up if possible, and I want to do that with some cool paper. So I'm going to see if I have some hand-dyed scraps hanging around here, and if I don't, I'm just going to meander over a little bit and get a piece. Yeah, I have nothing here. Okay, I am back. Oops. Oh no, don't rip. Some of my hand-dyed paper here. And what side? I'll use that side. And then I'm just going to align this sort of like that. And then I will leave the top in place to be my tip paper that I can connect with. That out. And we'll just clean this side up a little because I glued it down not straight. And I think what I will do with this is I'm going to stitch around it because that will be nice. And then I also think I might, when I'm stitching it, I might add that to it. Might give it a bit of interest, right? It's kind of cool. So I'll just daub a little glue on the back This is art glitter glue, so it will stick to acetate and also it won't show. Once it's dry, it's clear. But yeah, that'll be nice when we stitch around to have that, and then I'll fold this down. But you'll see that at the end when I do my stitching and all that, and I show you everything. So our little friend here, I think, he needs a little something, and I was thinking of giving him a couple of these little mushrooms maybe, just in the background. But I don't know, maybe not. Maybe he needs something a little more like a label or something. Just a simple, that one's not right, it's too plain. One of these, hold on. Sorry, I always struggle for things here. Oops. That's good. I like that little label. That'll just be a simple, cute little journal card. And I'm going to round the corners with my 1/4 inch. So just like a little round. Yeah. Okay, then maybe we will back this first for that pocket that I wanted to make. And then I was also looking at this cool thing this week. So I know I have at least one lovely viewer from the Netherlands. And so please don't axe me for my mispronunciation. I'm trying. I want to say it because like that is how I heard it and how I sounded it. So I believe in the town or city of, is it Utrecht? I'm sorry. There is this really cool thing that's gone kind of viral this week, I think, or probably longer. I'm slow to the game a lot of times. And it's called, I think, Visterbel. I'm saying this wrong too because I don't speak Dutch, but it is fish doorbell. And so there's this website, if you just Google fish doorbell, actually maybe, you know what, let me make a little note right now because I do think that for those of you listening to me, you're interested probably in this because I know I have a lot of people that share my same weird interests. Let me tag that in my video description box, so if I remember, and hopefully I will, now that I have this fish doorbell sitting right here, I will link it in the description box. So basically there's this lock in this town in the Netherlands where they have ships that pass through, but I guess in the springtime they close it, right? It's like a seasonal thing. So what they noticed though is that fish still needed to pass through. So like, you know, they came up with this system, and somebody did this brilliant thing where like they've got this camera attached on the lock and like the gate of the lock, and there's a camera there, and they've hooked it up to a live stream. And then they've created a website, and on the website, when you view the live stream, you can see the fish come up to the camera, and then you can, below the live stream video, there's like this little red rectangle with a doorbell on it, and you click the doorbell, or you ring the doorbell, and it will, I think that they queue up a few rings so they know there's more than one fish waiting, and then that opens the gate for the fish. So I guess it's gone really, you know, it was really viral, and they've now got 1,500 instances of that web stream running to allow all the people who are viewing it to be able to participate. But even then, sometimes when you go there, there's no doorbell. And when the doorbell is gone, they've got it all explained on the website, but I'll just let you know, like, if the doorbell's not there, that means that it's full, basically. There's so many people managing this whole hilarious fish situation that there's no doorbell. So it will come back though. Like, I logged into it yesterday after reading this story, and it was around 6 in the morning because I'm a crazy person. I get up very early. And so yeah, we got to ring the doorbell a couple of times, and it was fun. And then I watched, they have a YouTube channel as well that records all the kind of most interesting things that have happened like during that week, and I just think it's really fun. Okay, so let's make these tags. One, cut the corners here. I saw someone the other day in a video, and they had a template they were using to cut all their tag corners. It was like this plastic thing that they were using, and I was like, oh geez, just do what I do, please. I feel so bad that you have to be dependent on having this this plastic template. And she was having the hardest time, like just trying to like line it up, and I was half asleep, so I don't even know who it was or what the video was, but I wanted to tell her, hey, I have this this way you can do this easier and not have to deal with, you know, putting up with having to use this silly template, because sometimes they make things harder for us than we need them to. Now I wanted to see, and I'm not sure if it would be good to have something on this. I like these as is, and I feel like I just want to put like a label or a specimen kind of thing on them. But I thought I would see, because sometimes it's good to use things together, but in this case I think it's just too busy as a background. So I'm going to just use these as tags, and I want to put like a label on each one. And I'm grabbing from these same labels that I have here. And I think I probably want to put it in the bottom. Where can I put it that it wouldn't eat up so much? Actually, that would be okay. That would be fine. What's this one? I'll throw that away. It says wed. I'm never going to use that. We have tiny labels too, like a little tiny one. Boop. That would be cute. Okay, yeah, let's do that. We'll use those two little labels. But yeah, I usually can't help myself when I see somebody struggling like in a video. I never like to be like, hey, do it this way, but like I do like to say, hey, I tried this thing, maybe you want to give it a try. Because I never try to critique people in their videos. It's nerve-wracking enough making these videos than to have like swarms of people giving you you know, advice. I try not to do that. But you know, little helpful things are always appreciated. I certainly appreciate them. But I don't know, I listen to a lot of people talk in videos, and I'm always trying to be cognizant of the fact that not everyone is the same as me. And like, while I appreciate feedback and stuff, like I think not everybody does. I think for some people, it gives them a bit of anxiety. Like I've watched this woman for a few years now who's in the fabric kind of, the fabric zone of YouTube, and she's a quilter, and she does a lot of life kind of vlogs. She's probably primarily now more of a life vlogger than a quilter. She's gone through all sorts of things in her life, and she's kind of, you know, changed up how she does things, and she's just a fascinating person. I watch her mainly because I just like her as a person, and whether she quilts or not. And you know, she has quite a big following, and I don't want to mention her here because it's not, you know, my story to tell, but she actually turned her comments off for several years because she just got tired of people giving her advice on everything from like her diet to her weight loss journey to her dating life to the way that she dealt with some of her difficult family members. You know, she chooses to share these things, and I think, you know, we find ourselves in kind of a tough parallel when we do choose to share our lives online, but then we also don't really want to have a lot of unsolicited advice. You know, it's kind of it's a tough thing, because I know that for some people it really is therapeutic to be able to just share what's going on in their life, just talk into the quiet, you know, like the quiet solitude of making a video, but you know that somebody will be out there. And for me, you know, having a little bit of feedback, comments, whatever, on whatever I'm doing creatively or whatever you're doing creatively, just that conversation, I find that very therapeutic. That's why I make content. I find it connecting for me. It's also, I think, good for my brain to just sit and talk about whatever's going on. I think I often gain perspective even just listening to myself talk when I'm making. It helps me to not just be watching something or listening to something all the time. I can like be that voice instead of hear that voice. Okay, so yeah, I'm happy with these two little tags. I think they're very nice, perfect colors for what's coming up for me, and these little pockets are going to come in so handy. I was thinking of adding word snippets, but I don't think I will. I'm just going to let them be. So now I need to sort out, how do I want to use these pieces and also these dragons. So this dragon, I'm going to cheat a little bit to say that I'm just going to keep it as is, because I want to use it as a glue down piece. Like in my journal, I just want to use it as a label. So I'm not going to do anything to that. So I'll take it out of the mix, because I can't really say I made something. I mean, I cut it out. Well, I cut it out, but that is something. Let's not take it away. Okay, so now I've got these three that are like, or two that are landscape and three that are vertical. So I'm going to work with the three vertical first. And what I would like to make, I think, I need a background for it though. I might use this. Actually, I might do some collaging on book page. That might be good. Yeah, okay. So first I need some kind of like a stronger, not super strong, but kind of strong paper. And just white would be good. I've got this, oh yeah, I have this misprint. I'll use this misprint. That would be good. Let's just use this bit. Scraps. Then one, two, sounds like my son dropped a marble or something upstairs. That's good for three. They don't need to be exactly. Okay, so I'm just going to fold these little flaps that I just made here. Add our glitter glue on one side. Flip this over. Line it right up to the tippy top. What I need, one little slippy bit. And the same with this one. To just clean up that little edge a bit. Scissors are hidden. Okay. Last one. Need to do homework with my daughter today. She gets a little poem every week to study, and it's part of her language study. And that's what the teacher gives for weekend homework usually. Thankfully, homework's not too heavy. I'm not really a believer in homework, and that's going to get interesting on my not homeschooling journey in the future. We'll see how that goes. And what do I want to do with this? These would be great just as pockets, to be honest. I think I would like to keep them for pockets because I haven't made any pockets for the project that I'm working on right now. So maybe I will do that. Yeah, I think I'll leave them just as is. Maybe I'll punch like a... No, I'm not going to do a thumb hole because I might do them as tufts because they're smaller. So maybe I will instead just round one corner. This one I'll do that way, and this one I'll do that way. So there'll be like two good little pockets. So again, just keeping those simple. Can add a word snippet later or something if I want to, but I don't need to go too wild with them. So this now, what I want to use these for, you see all of these little flips, that's what I want to do with them. I want to use them, I think, as a waterfall, maybe 1, 2, 3, like that, so that you can flip them all up and write on them. I could also make the moving waterfall card, but I'm not sure I want to do that. I sort of like that they're just something that I can lay down because I may not use them all together, but I may. So they're ready to go, so that's done. So what we're left now with is the pieces from Capilla Imaginarium and the mushrooms, which hopefully I can use them together. So let's just use this as a background. And let's just maybe try to collage something here that will be fun. We'll start with just, let's glue and not try to pre-plan too much. So start with just her feet here, her body. Then here is her abdomen. Which needs to go like that. Then I need to choose which head, and I think I like this head, but it's kind of, I don't know if it's right. That one, no. That one, no. No, it's this head. I want this head. So let's use it. Okay. Then, what else shall she have going on here? We've got this that could go on her center. But also, I do like this little peridot, maybe. Put the peridot on there. Yeah. And then the mushrooms, we could have some mushrooms here at her feet. Maybe she's in a fairy ring. Yeah, I think that's what it is. She's just dancing in a fairy ring, guys. So if you ever get these little mushrooms, this chocolate, remember, keep the box because you can make fun stuff with it. Let's just set up this fairy ring. I want to be in a fairy ring of chocolate shortbread mushrooms. Okay. And then this one, I think, will it fit here? Good, yeah, it will. I should have used these to make her a fairy. I mean, I could still, I can't lift this, but I know I could still cut them and sort it out, but I don't think I will. It's okay. I sort of wonder, let's thought for a second, would that be an okay abdomen for that? If we had the bird sort of sitting on the lap and it would hide the fact that, and maybe the flower, then we could give this a head. Nah, it's not complete enough. Not exactly. And then we also have enough mushrooms that she could be holding one in each hand. 1, 2. Yeah, that might be kind of fun to have her holding them. And that's where the ones behind her have gone. They're not over here anymore. Now they're in her hand because she's found this magical chocolate mushroom party fairy ring. Yay! These are the things that I hope happen in some other universe. So I have a little cutout here that says fairy ring. So I believe in fairies, believe in magic, woodland enchantment, woodland creatures, woodland forest, forest fairy, forest spirit. I mean, a lot of those would work. Fairy dust, believe in magic, forest. Let's go with forest magic. I think that would be nice. By the way, this is Enchanted Forest journaling tabs and words from the graphics fairy. I usually make my own word snippets, but I saw these yesterday and I was like, ooh, they're very perfect for a project that I'm working on. And I'll give you guys a bit of a preview probably of that project. I will be having those daily, my daily videos. I'm so excited. My collaboration with Shell's Creative Chaos and Red Parrot. We are doing our junk journal round robin for this whole month of April. So yeah, I'll be making other videos too, but that will be my primary content. I wasn't sure if I was going to continue Tuesday 10 through this month, but then I felt like doing it this week, so I thought, let's do it. I won't make promises. I mean, Tuesday 10's not going anywhere, but every now and then I will take a break to just, oh, that's doubled, to just like, you know, do other kinds of content, right, on a Tuesday. But on the most part, yeah, we'll continue with Tuesday 10. I didn't realize that the box flap was already, it was doubled up cardboard. I thought that one seemed a little thicker than the others. I'm like, but that's okay. We'll just re-glue here. Okay, that's fun. Now, I have two options with this. This could literally just be a page in my journal. I kind of like that. And I'll just like add more paper on the other side. Or I could, you know, make a piece of ephemera. Because it is so wide, I feel like I do want to just keep it as a page that I will Frankenstein with something else when I put it in the book. But yeah, that is what I want. I think I'll do that. I'll just leave that as is. Now we have these pieces left, and so I've got these two heads, and I have kind of got an idea. This torso I don't think I'll be able to use, so I'm just going to toss it. I have the digital. I don't need to be concerned. I'm just going to grab some scraps out of my scrap bin here as backgrounds, and I want to make these pockets with these heads. So I'm trying to focus a little on making some pockets because, like, I'm going to need pockets for this journal. Okay, so she's going to be like a floating head. Kind of like, imagine word bubble advice, right? So that's what she's here for. She's here to give you a bit of word bubble advice. And I'm going to add these quotes. A quote to each of these. then we'll just straighten that out, and I want to hit the edge with a little bit of black soot. I printed this on a really nice brown paper. Okay. Between every two pines is a doorway to a new world. Then I will put a pocket thumb hole sort of on this one. Okay, and then I need another piece of scrap. It helps to have these beautiful scraps. I always think of that when I see Gail Agostinelli and Rachel at Roxy's Creations. I always have these like collage sheets that they're pulling out of their scraps. So I think that they are smart scraps makers, because they always have the perfect scraps for things. And just another of our little floating head word bubbles here. Be a unicorn in a field of horses. It's a nice one. I think my children had little sweatshirts that said that when they were little. So if you didn't see, so Shabby Creep from last month, if you didn't follow along to Shabby Creep, hosted by Priscilla at Release the Craftin, I recommend you seriously go catch up on it, because it has just been an amazing collaboration. I was so happy to participate in that with all my pals in the Shabby Creep world. I mean, it was so much fun. Priscilla always has the best ideas for coming up with collaborations, and her themes are great. So if you haven't seen specifically though her recap video of like all the ephemera that she had made sort of halfway through, oh my goodness, check it out. It's so good. Her ephemera is beautiful, and she's just she's a smart one. So now we have these bits and bobs left over. This is sort of the kind of thing I feel like I'm going to use this in my current journal as well. Probably, possibly all these bits. These, yes. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to say these are my bits that I'm going to use in my next journal. So I'll give you a little hint of what is coming, because I'm not finishing these. And I'm going to set them aside. I'm not going to show them at the end here. But let me give you a quick preview, because no cheating allowed, Cindy. So this is a quick preview of my next journal. This is a vintage game from the 60s, The Wondrous Wizard. And we will jump into that. I'm very excited. It's been sitting on my shelf of like, let's do these projects, Cindy said in that same Valley Girl voice. It stares at me. I have this shelf of things that stare at me going, you set all these materials aside. You want to, you know, get them off this shelf. So let me go do my stitching now, and I'll come back and we'll do a little parade of everything we finished. All right, friends, we've made 19 pieces, and let me just show them all to you here. So we've got the 2 butterfly tuck spot pockets, the little magical journal card, the little bunny and turtle tuck spot pocket, this fun little rooster card, the 2 dragon tuck spot pockets, 3 dragon flips that will probably be like in a waterfall, the little cutout, my little cheat here of just it's going to be a little glue down, that fun envelope. The true mystery of the world is the visible, not the invisible. So it's a little coin envelope. The 2 pockets with the word bubble heads. This, which will become a Frankenstein folio in my journal. 2 butterfly tags. This tip flip up. Sorry for that. Of course my battery died, like as I'm showing you the very last thing we made, which is this center folio for my next journal. So this will just get folded as so. and it will go into the center of my journal. These cute robins. So that's everything today for Tuesday 10. I will link down below the fish doorbell so you can be as amused as I was by it. And thank you so much for joining me. I will talk to you again soon. Also for this month, don't forget, every day, 3 videos. Junk Journal Round Robin. Please let me know if you are taking part. I would love to link you. This collaboration is hosted with my 2 friends, Shells Creative Chaos and Red Parrot. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.